Okay, we are back for the final hour-ish of our show tonight, and we're here to finish the job, Jimmy. No matter what you put in the
Yep,
way.
I understand. So they withdraw while they take the manifest and talk amongst themselves. And I think it's going to be about 10 minutes. So go ahead and roll your hack, Varlo.
Oh shit! Of course, it's a Varlo roll.
Oh god, that was really scary.
Could have re-rolled it too. That's
I
awesome. You
could have,
nailed it.
but damn.
You just okay.
The man, the legend, the Varlo.
Max and Atlas, you've been waiting outside for about 10 minutes, and this drone has its guns somewhat trained on you, but is scanning
I'm
the
smoking
vehicle
at this
too.
point. I'm
Yeah.
smoking.
What do you say to anybody? Do you guys have any conversation mentally or out loud?
I bullshit about what's been going on with New Jerusalem lately. I've been gone a while, but I make sure I drop the right keywords and stuff to show that I did grow up here and I know what it's like and I served in the military. I
Yeah.
just shoot the shit about whatever like the hot button issues are and stuff like that.
So you're mainly talking actually with Varlo with Atlas, the one Inquisitor who stayed near you, the one who doesn't have the helmet on. It doesn't give you a lot of
It's
response,
just mean
and it
mugging me all
actually
the
looks
time.
vaguely, yeah, mean mugs you and looks vaguely like increasingly distasteful as you talk. He
That's fine. I
responds
just
with sort of, yeah, you just sort of like ramble. That's fine.
yeah.
That
I
works.
fill the air. Smoke my cigarettes, fill the air.
And yeah, as Joshua is walking back from the vehicle, the one of the security guards sort of jogs over and exchanges a hurried word with him, and looks up, and there's a nod from Joshua, and he gestures, and the two escort vehicles leave. Yeah, like the two security guards like peel back. Someone waves. What's it like in the truck? You guys don't hear anything or know anything that's going on. Like you're getting updates occasionally from Atlas, but he's not. I mean, tell me what Atlas what you're telling them and what you guys are doing in the truck.
I'm
Okay, so give
Lots
me
of
one
waiting.
second.
No, okay, you don't have to tell us, Atlas. What are you guys doing? You're not hearing a lot of updates.
I'm like
Atlas
frantically
is
working
kind
on
of
my
like
hack.
keeping quiet.
I've been frantically working on my hack and probably like verbally narrating in my non-coherent Varlo fashion to Selfie like basically what I'm doing in the hopes that it will like get them to get away from here because I know a little bit about these guys and how like serious this is. And if we can distract them long enough to like make them be a bit more rushed in their inquisitiveness, then we can maybe get out of here. Because if this turns into a firefight, it's going to be a bad time.
Yeah, so good.
Varlo's just rambling in his nervous
It's
fashion.
tense, and Carmela, maybe also Jorans, are like very nervous and being very, very quiet. The servitors don't make a sound. They don't move like any other time. But they haven't opened the back yet, so they don't see anything or know anything. It's a pretty good cover story, and you're working on your hack, and you're basically putting out, basically falsifying a bulletin. That's the best you can do. Um, it won't take long to track down its fake. It doesn't even take unless people are there quickly. They won't even send people out. It'll be figured out pretty quickly. But you're trying to buy enough time to get you guys on your way again and sort of confuse the scene. Um, yeah, and Joshua's walking back, and these two officers walk over in uniform, and there's some hushed conversation, and Joshua nods, and they go off. They peel off their speeders, peel away, and go, take off quickly. And sirens you can hear flip on in the distance as they sort of go to investigate what's been put out there. And Joshua walks up and smiles at you, Max, and says, "Everything appears to be in order." I see that you're doing important work for one of our esteemed research institutions.
This is Joshua, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maximus nods and says, "Well, Joshua, I'm happy we got this cleared up. I knew you guys would figure it out. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the Vestarks.
I see. You've been off-world for a while, but you're doing our Lord and Savior's work. I see that now.
I nod. May have been off-world, but I know where my loyalties lie. Good day to you, sir."
He smiles, and the other dude who's been standing nearby walks up and puts an arm out to clap you on the shoulder, Max.
I return the favor.
Yeah,
It's actually a tase gun. He kills you on the spot.
He tries, and then my symbiote fucking gun rips his face off.
Yeah. There's a moment where Joshua peers into your eyes. It's not a comforting experience. It's one you've seen before, I think, Max, on the battlefield. When you look through a scope and you see someone on the other end also looking through a scope, and you can see their eye, and as they realize from afar that you're looking at each other, that one of you holds the other's life in their hands, basically. This sort of serious look. And Joshua holds that look for a moment and steps back and goes, "Very well. Walk the path. Uplift is for us all, should we choose to take it."
Uplift is for us all.
Yeah, and he turns his back. And as he turns away, the drone, like, turns and, like, they go back to their car. And they don't spare a glance for you guys.
I drop my cigarette, stomp on it, pull out another one, light it up.
And pile
Ready to
back
go.
into the truck.
Yeah, you ready to go, Atlas?
Yeah. He's like already in the car when you
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, like Max just like takes a moment to just bask in the fucking and just bask in it. Like, fuck yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
those
there's
fucking
like a
assholes.
soft drizzle falling down on your face. And as they go away, the sort of crowd that had been part of, like, sort of comes back towards the truck, and not to address you guys, but just like fills back in the vacancy that had been created, and people walk by. And as you go back to your cab, someone like bumps you, Max, and it's a normal bump of just somebody like getting pushed in the crowd, and you're on Easy Street again. You're back in the truck. You take off and complete the last sort of 15 minutes of your drive to Dino's Dinette and Boom
Boom boom room.
Fucking Max was just like riding the high of fucking sticking it to a goddamn fucking official the whole time back. A fucking Vesark is just fucking he's on fucking seventh heaven, man.
There's a knock, and then comms from the back, and Carmelo says, "Was that as fucking scary as I think it was?"
Oh yeah.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Cause Varlo didn't say much at first, but he indicated that they were of the Inquisition. You guys know the fucking Inquisition.
I'm
Varlo.
fully aware of
Varlo.
the fucking frat power of the Inquisition. And you know what? We fucking condom, guys. Oh yeah.
Varlo, in your left pocket there is an anti-anxiety pill.
Breathe.
Please take it.
He's like unscrewing the cap, all jittery, shaking, like his hand's just shaking. He just like throws the pills into his face and swallows like
Breathe.
all of them.
Don't worry, I filled most of that with
Okay,
placebo.
good.
You get a sugar high from all the sugar pills. Yeah. You guys drive the rest of the way. It's uneventful. And yeah, you sort of pull up, and there's like a sign on the front, and there's a long line of people standing out back, but along the way as you pull the truck in. Before you turn down an alleyway, and you can see from it there's like a sign that says Dino's Dinette just on the front. It doesn't say in the Boom Boom Room.
It's not. It's
But
not
it looks very
advertised. It's like the
speakeasy
secret
like.
back area.
It says Dino's Dinette, but there's a long line out front, so it's like it's hidden and not hidden. It's very obvious, and there's a neon sign, but a very nondescript entrance. There's not a broad display or there's not like it's in terms of red light district. There's not like a window and like girls dancing in the window or guys dancing in the window or anything like that. It's pretty like
a
a
lot of people was
nondescript
dancing in the window.
front,
We're
but
opportunists too.
it's definitely a rough area. There's groups of folks around. Some of them look just drunk and therefore belligerent. Others look tough and are standing on street corners and sort of eyeing the establishment or watching establishments of their own. You can see there's several bouncers out front dealing with the line of people outside of Dino's, and they don't look to be trifled with. Just in terms of raw muscle mass, who knows what weaponry they're carrying. They're unarmored. There's shouts of revelry. Your window is down at the moment, Maximus, and you can hear like thumping music playing from multiple locations, just a general bass beat of this area. And yeah, you turn down, or I guess what do you guys do? Like, do you want to walk in the front? Do you want to try and find a side entrance?
A side entrance, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so you turn down an alleyway. It's pretty obvious. And down like about half a block, there's a single door, padlocked, and a dude standing there, guard. And he's waiting with his arms crossed. And you park the truck down, and he looks over, somewhat disinterested, and says, as you roll down your window, like, can't park here.
I look at him, I say, can I park here for 200 credits?
Nope, can't park here. Business
Tell
only.
him where the delivery.
No, this is business.
You
We're
got
here
business?
on fucking business, yeah. This is the delivery. The delivery.
Oh, you got a delivery. Who's delivery going to?
The fucking triad. Who else?
His eyes go wide and says, yeah, you and everybody else, pal. Who with the fucking triad?
Do I have a name for a contact?
Vinny, what's his face?
Fucking Vinny.
Why am I blanking on his last name? It's like
I just said
Vinny.
Fucking Vinny. Yeah.
It's Taruno. It's the name
Taruno,
of the
that's it.
triad.
Tarun.
Taruno's name of the triad.
Yeah,
Don't
and it's
give-
his last name. He's a member. He's a family member. Yeah, he goes, oh, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny might be in.
Might be in. Yeah,
We'll
like he
see.
told us to drive all the way the fuck out here in the middle of the goddamn rain. If it
You.
wasn't here.
It always fucking rains. Park right there and wait. And there's a knock at the door, and he leans back and says, delivery for Vinny. What are you delivering?
The cargo.
Yeah, what fucking cargo, smartass?
Vinny's
And-
people.
Vinny's,
tell him there's
Tell 'em
50
the
of them.
servitors.
There's 50 of them.
there's
Vinny's
50
people. There's 50 of them.
Yeah, he leans
Just
back.
call them the entertainment. Like,
It's like fucking Max is like
Yeah,
waving
he
his
leans
hand at you.
back
It's like,
and says,
shut up,
Vinny,
They're called
shut up.
pleasure servitors.
Yeah, so you guys have a moment to prep yourselves. Word's gone back. He put in that Vinny's got his entertainment here, the 50 he's expecting. What do you guys want to do? Anything? You wait?
I look to Maximus and I say, "You are much smoother with the other ones."
I kind of like look over at you and I say, these kind of fucking thugs just get under my skin, man. I just want to fucking shoot him in the face and talk to the guy higher up.
You can do that after you're paid.
We're
For now,
gonna
act
get
like a
paid.
professional.
Look, don't worry. These guys are used to people yelling at them. They're on the bottom of the food chain.
But from my studies, people are more inclined to do what you want if you treat them relatively nicely, or at least with respect,
Or sedate them.
or sedate them.
You know what? You can be the front man of the next mission, all right?
I don't. Well, also from my studies, I do believe that any of the Lepidomo species immediately make most
You and
people's
your
skin crawl.
fucking studies. I swear to God.
He sort of like shrugs and says, "How else am I supposed to learn how to deal with your barbaric species?"
Just listen to me, man. Oh no, but just listen to me, baby. Come on, just follow my lead. I know way more than you think I do. I got this handled. Light up another cigarette.
You do know those are going to kill you, yes?
Not before a spike's gonna kill me. That's for fucking sure.
Mm,
Statistically inaccurate.
See...
yeah.
Roll 20 experts. How come I can't see the grid layer?
You have it disabled.
No, it's like very faint, and then I go to the options and I can see it clear, but then it's faint again.
Yeah, I
Which
don't know.
one's down? It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be to scale right now.
Like you can't see the grid lines, or you can't see the.
I mean, like, so I can pull up the options to look to like modify the grid, and I can see it clearer. But then when I click off of that, I can't see it anymore.
I know there's a.
It just gets
Yeah.
very faint.
Are you on the map layer or on you the open layer?
No, I am. It's just because I was zoomed out. It's just not as clear. I wanted to zoom out to be able to
Oh,
draw
okay.
it, but
Let's see. I know there's an option that
It's-
hides the grid, but I'm assuming you have that turned off.
yeah. Delete page. Okay.
You just set it to
So
one.
anyway, after a little bit, okay. After a little bit, somebody comes out and knocks, and the dude at the door gives a nod and says, "All right, boys, you can unload here."
Thank you, thank you. Can we talk with Vinny before we start piling people out, or is like this just where we're dropping them off?
Vinny's inside. He wants to talk to you.
All right. We'll save unloading for a minute then. Let's go talk with Vinny.
He wants you should bring it in now. We got escorts coming out. And yeah, like a couple toughs
Fuck it,
come
yeah,
out.
I just go
Yeah, a
up-
couple
up-
toughs come out and like don't like mess with you guys, but go to either end of the alley and are like keeping watch. So
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, we open the doors then, start unloading people.
They could unload themselves. Just express the commands to have them move into and then we can. This is
I get
highly
like my fucking like airplane flaggers out. Come on, this way. Go that. Take a left. Straight on in. Watch the curb. There's the step.
We're just directing all the servitors in. Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
yep. So you guys start bringing them in, and you're down a level. The alleyway like sloped down, so you're like downstairs, the basement level of the establishment here, presumably. And yeah, as you pile them out, you guys pile out the back, and there's like a moment, and then all the toughs like look over, and there's some whistles, and like, whoo, it's a good shipment, and there's some talk basically that goes around, and they start filing in, and you guys, I guess, follow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problems here.
Hmm.
So I guess we all want to pass inside. What's your order of operations in terms of the line? They're fairly tightly clustered.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
like orderly fashion. Walk in 2 single file lines. Walk in step. Do not rush. You know, shit like that. But I go ahead. I leave
you're in the
party to
front?
go- yeah. Go
Who
talk
else is
with
up
Vinny.
front? You
I'd
guys
be
all
up
up
front
front?
with Maximus.
The rest of you?
I guess I'm just making sure everyone gets inside of that issue, so I'm in the back.
Cool. Yeah,
I'm somewhere
I
in
think
the middle.
I think Carmela jumps up and joins you guys at the front. Jorn's sticks in the back. Cool. Why don't we go over? I drew a crude outline. You guys see the rectangles I drew?
Dude, there's some nice rectangles.
Perfect.
Some good
Perfect.
rectangles, right?
There's some damn fine tooting rectangles, I tell you.
Those are some
what.
clean lines.
So where I'm just for the moment right now, where I'm drawing squiggles, those are not walls. It's open. So it's like 3 rooms. There's a room and kind of a hallway area, and then a larger room ahead. And you're in. You're walking in, and you're coming in from this side at the bottom, down a hallway that slopes down to get you there. You see where I'm pinging at the very bottom right corner? Yeah, down there. So you're coming in there. Let me bring some tokens over. Oh, you got one already. Look at you.
Helping you out, bro.
Paste. Boom. There's everybody else. Grab a token. Max, we don't need. So you're all coming in that way. You're not to scale, but I just wanted to give you a sense. You're coming in, and you guys are walking down a hallway. There's a couple, like, armed guards. They look like just toughs. They've got, like, some sort of, like, club in their, like, in their holster that they're not carrying. And they're walking you down a ramp that leads into, as you come into this room right here, what looks to be like a casino. There's a bunch of tables set up. There's gambling. There are women walking around with drinks. And in fact, at this point, we can go to the next music. Yeah, as you walk in, it's business is booming. It's evening time. The sun has set. This is underground. Y'all from the city would know that gambling is officially illegal, but rampant around. It's something that always has to be in this kind of underground, seedy establishment, and at random, the inquisitors or other arbiters of like moral certitude will come in and bust up a joint. It's very like Prohibition Chicago, basically. Like everyone knows where like the places people go to gamble. And occasionally they'll get cracked down on, but they always spring back up again. Dino's is bustling tonight. There's versions of roulette, some classic card games. There's also some others which are like on video screens that involve like betting on what looks to be some sort of competitive match. There are tables set up where there are sort of holographic displays with what looks to be like, I don't know, like the 3D chess equivalent of poker or some sort of card game, because there's a dealer who's dealing out cards in a 3-dimensional fashion in sort of hologram, and there are other players who are on the side who seem to be competing in some way. There's a display on one corner of the room of people in virtual reality gear that are in some sort of like boxing match gear, and they're like shadow fighting each other, but clearly like in some sort of competitive match. And there are people on the outside like betting on it, and it's loud, and the music is thumping. And you guys walk in and draw some notice as you pile in with a crowd of like 50 scantily clad individuals. There's some whistles that go up. At some point there's like a cheer that happens. And you walk along, and you walk in this direction, down the hallway, through the casino.
Jimmy, does my combat have the ability to like take pictures? Does it have like a camera on it?
It's got a 400 megapixel camera on it.
Just
You actually
very,
don't
very
need to.
quickly.
You don't need to.
6
You need to hold
gigapixel
it up.
camera.
You don't need to hold it up to take a picture. You can take it with. You're wearing eyeglasses, aren't you?
I need to get myself in the picture. Is the thing.
Space glasses.
Yeah. So you're just popping selfies with your combat.
Yeah, I pop a very clearly like I pop a very clear selfie of myself in this place near something that identifies the spot, like a sign that has like Vinny's boom boom whatever.
I'm
like,
back,
that-
bitches.
yeah, like I've got something that identifies the place clearly and my face perfectly front on this blade in this picture, and I save that for later.
Yeah, there's a big neon sign along the wall in the back that just says Dino's on it, and yeah, you get yourself with like a and pointing to Dino's. Yeah, like I said, there are scantily clad servers passing drinks out. It's fairly crowded. There are like, I don't know, 30 or 40 people around in this area. Most of them concentrate on their betting. Some stand up and start hoot and hollering when they see who you've brought, or just like the fact that there are scantily clad people in a group walking in. There clearly is a lot of drinking going on, but you guys proceed. You head north. Yeah. Carmela leans forward to you, Selfie, and says, "My kind of place. Wish we didn't have business."
Well, we can kind of stick around for
Kind
a
of shoot her
while.
the side eye, be like, you wanna rent a boom boom room?
I don't know about Boom Boom Room. Haven't heard of Dino's, but like, just looks like good fun down here. And if this is the basement, what's upstairs?
The boom boom
the boom
room.
boom.
The boom boom
The boom
rooms
boom is
are
upstairs.
Carmela.
Yeah, so you're walking along. Remember, yeah, and you're going through a hallway, and it looks like, I don't know, like industrial tech, furnaces, boilers, etc. in this area over here. And you're walking forward, and then in this bigger room, like I said, this hallway is continuous, or rather, the rooms are all continuous. About 50 meters ahead, there's like large boilers that seem to be the central heating and power over here. I'll draw some quick circles. You seem to be heading this way. Here, there's a pit dug into the floor. You're actually walking up to a railing and looking down beneath it as you walk. I'm moving Carmela, but it's basically all you guys. You're more this size. And as you look down, you can see across the way, along this box here, around the side, here. Don't go in the pit, Barlow. Don't go in the pit. Around this box here, there's railings that go up about maybe 8 feet tall, like chain link. And down below is like, looks like there's some sort of like pit fighting going on. And there's a series of like fairly steep bleachers over here. Right, come on, give me that tool. Right over here on this side, looking down into the pit. And there's maybe, I don't know, another 15 to 30 people sitting in these like fairly enclosed space like bleachers, and there's a lot of shouting and waving of paper, and it's very loud and screaming here. And down in the pit, you guys see
Bone saw.
It's maybe sunk down another 20 feet. And down in there are creatures, and they're tagged. They're all tagged in different tags. The tags have like logos. One has like a collar on that has like a big like android skull on it, and another has like I don't know, some like sort of like tassels. And they're all clearly identified. There's like a group of them, maybe like 8 of them. Creatures. They are nasty looking. They are scaled. They're this weird pale off gray towards off like vaguely pinkish color. They're torpedo body shaped. About 5 to 8 feet long, the group of them. The biggest one is about 8 feet long. There's a couple others that are shorter. They're all fighting in there, clawing at each other. They are scaled. They have a couple eyes on the sort of top region of where you assume their head would be that are just sort of there and like point in directions but are milky white. They look blind. They have otherwise a kind of like weird slug-like amorphous body that seems to shift a bunch between torso to head to tail. They have some of them have two, some have three arms with long, sharp, grasping talons, actually like opposable thumb talons that sort of reach out. Some of them have like arms coming out of like their backside, so they like oddly like flip over and can like sort of claw around, and they're screaming at each other in this raspy like, and there's this loud clatter, and there's cheering from above. Clearly some sort of betting ring is going on. Roll me a no check, Varlo and Max.
How about notice?
Notice is good. You roll me notice.
Okay.
Varlo, you recognize a classic Getum fight. These are creatures from the underbelly of New Jerusalem, the sewer systems. They hunt in packs normally. They're not naturally occurring to the planet. They've been developed, mutated, developed again, mutated again, and are just like gross, dangerous, poisonous things that hunt in packs normally in sewers and can kill and beset on the unexpected, traveler of the sewers. They're also a common animal for sport fighting because they seemingly feel no pain and will fight to the death almost every time. Max, you notice not so much you recognize nasty creatures from your home, but you notice more importantly in the crowd above a number of well-dressed individuals who clearly are down here. Betting on some sort of fight like this is frowned upon by the priest caste, and there are clearly some notable people who haven't disguised their visage at all. And you notice someone in particular. Someone I want you to make note of, because I think we need to plan off session. Who they are.
Let me get my notes up. All right, I'm ready.
Pull your note up. You notice a man, 50 or 60 years old, someone who's in the military brass, someone you have reason to believe is connected. Well, I'll just say it this way. You notice someone who you seem to recognize, who is military brass, either still is or perhaps used to be. Someone you want to have a conversation with. And it's related to your encounter with the Taruno Triad in the past. Muted.
Shit. Do you have a name for this person? Do you want me to come up with one?
You come up with.
Okay. His name is going to be.
Name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Briza Helvatiar, Commander Helvatiar.
Commander
Thought that bitch
Helvatiar.
says.
Commander Helvatiar was in charge, or at least calling the shots, as far as you knew, on the sting operation for the Triad.
Uh-oh.
And he's up in the top row. He appears to be drunk. He's waving his little ticket around, or his little data pad around, and shouting at some of the beasts below. But yeah, this is going on kind of in the background, and it's loud here.
Briza.
Thank you for coming up for that name. From this direction, there's a group of people coming forward. And at their front is a squat fellow, maybe 40, 45. He's got a cigar in hand that he's walking with. He's not puffing on. His hair is slicked back. He's got like a suit on. He's got a gaudy, it looks like a rose or some sort of carnation on his lapel. And he walks up. And I guess you're up at the front still, Max, right?
Of course.
Yeah. He walks forward and says, "Hey, folks. I'm Vinny. I hear you got my delivery." He puts
We
a
got
hand
your.
out.
I go to shake it. We got your delivery, Vinny. All
Excellent.
50, prim and proper, and in perfect condition.
Excellent. Yeah, there's like a cry that goes out. One of the beasts like behind you like croaks. It goes "Rah, rah," and there's like a scream or a cry from the crowd across the way as like all of the creatures sort of pounce on the one that has fallen. And I need the party to roll me. I need you guys to roll me first. Tell me where you are as this is all happening. So here's Vinny.
He's the pink. I'm in the back of the line of the servitors, wherever that is.
Yeah, so they've just piled in. The servitors are all kind of in this area. That's a little too light.
I can see it. So I'm
Make it
like
a little
here-ish, I guess.
Okay. So they're filing in. They're packed together kind of in ranks.
I'm probably next to Varlo.
Yeah, Carmela's like at the gate and is looking over the edge, watching the fight. Jorans is in the back, unless you wanted him somewhere else. Selfie.
No, I mean I think he'd be in the back with me. We were shoveling the rest of them in. Plus, I think Jorans just wants to stay behind
bit
him in
more-
general.
This is a little more to scale. Atlas, you're good where you are?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, the servitors are all walking forward. Vinny's shaking your hand. He's like, very pleased that you were able to make it. No troubles, I trust, making it in.
Oh, we had some cops stop us, but we talked our way through it.
Cops,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have been a problem.
We got it figured out.
Okay, I like that. Efficient, on time. Welcome. This is called Dino's, but it's mine. Welcome to the Boom Boom Room. Well, less the boom down here, and he sort of points to the pit. And he's like, different boom. Upstairs, maybe a little bit more to your liking, huh?
Better boom boom, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Drinks on me. 1 round for y'all. Good. Let me go check out the merchandise. And I
Like-
need... Yeah, go ahead.
Let's say fucking like Maximus on the inside. He's just like, I want to fucking kill you. But maybe he's just like keeping on the pleasant face and being professional.
Yeah, so I need everyone to make me a notice check.
That's with wisdom.
Yes.
Perfect. Hey, I got
one
a
that's got a grin is
7
the one
as
that's
the
the lowest.
lowest.
The DC was
Oh,
I can't roll
rolled
lower than 9.
so the highest I could.
8. So as you're walking, so as I said, this area that I've grayed out, like in here, is just like an open space that's between the casino down here and the pit fight over here with these boilers. It's got some areas, and actually your servitors are kind of like, or like this, or like this. They're kind of filing in, and Vinny's like coming around, and 3 of the 4 you notice, one of the servitors look up, and break ranks and start to walk over towards Vinny. And who rolled the highest? Varlo. Varlo, you notice from like the middle rank here
Mm-hmm.
that as you're like looking back, you're sort of watching Vinny and catching the corner of your eye. You see this servitor sort of break ranks, like they're all been down. One stands up, looks over at Vinny, and starts to just walk over. And you can see it's the same one that handed the like location chip that
Unit 44.
44.
He's executing Order 66, guys.
He's in for a symbiote surprise if he is.
We know it's Unit 44, and we all see
So
this.
just Varlo does for rolling the highest.
Okay.
The rest of you, two of you, Max and Atlas, you see one of the servitors break ranks, and like sort of saunter over, in its normal, sexy sort of like, just basic like walk towards Vinny as he's walking to meet it.
All right.
That one is breaking. You there? Somebody stop that one.
I go out to stop him. Hey, stop! I put a hand on
So
his
you
shoulder.
you jump in front of Vinny.
Yeah. I go and stop this one.
Yeah. Okay. So move yourself. So you come to here to stop it, and Vinny's walking up, and Vinny's going, hey, it's okay, it's okay. And the servitor, you stop it, and Vinny's still approaching, and it looks past you, and then it looks at you, Max, and says, I need to see him.
I shove it backwards.
Roll me a thing.
Exert.
Yeah, roll me exert.
Dex.
Strength for shoving.
God damn it.
Unless you're tripping her.
Yeah, I'll just shove him. I'm fine. I got pretty good exert. I got a 10.
Looking up for my bonus.
Nice.
That was like the thing. You guys all got great stats, and somehow I got exert 1 out of the character creation.
This is opposed. You're pushing 10 tie.
Ooh.
So you go and push. And she falls. But she grabs you as she falls and tumbles over. Which direction were you pushing her? You know what? It
I
doesn't
was pushing her
matter.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
away from
So
the thing.
you guys just sort of tumble in this general area, like in here.
Yeah.
And Vinny gives a look over, and gestures some guards like, hey, what's with the merchandise? Hey. And he walks up. What do the rest of you do? Like,
I telepathically contact the one that he's wrestling with.
yeah, boom, you're in.
What feelings do I get, or what thoughts?
You get a wave of satisfaction, like something that's building and bubbling, and an immense cresting, like the sense of coming satisfaction.
It's a bomb. She's a suicide bomber.
I telepathically ask, what is your objective?
Can you compel her to answer? She's not going to answer.
Compeller?
Yeah, do you have a way to compel her?
Give me a sec. I need to
Cool. I need to know what everyone else is doing too.
shadow gestalt.
I'm trying to subdue her and like pull her away. Yeah, I'm being like,
Yeah,
Vinny,
you
Vinny,
tack-
this
you-
one's defective. She's defective.
you tackled her.
Yeah. That's what I'm yelling at him. She's defective. Go away.
So since I'm a level 2 psychic, I can understand her current thoughts. I don't just get emotions, I get thoughts.
You get a very focused, very inhuman focused set of thoughts
Hmm.
that is a counting off of meters that seems to decrease with each step that Vinny takes closer.
I immediately use telekinesis to pick her up, and actually no, I can't because she's not an object. Fuck. Never
Okay,
mind.
hold. So you've contacted her.
Yeah.
You read her thoughts. I want selfie.
Yeah.
What are you doing in
I
this moment?
am.
So you noticed this. So you've noticed, and suddenly, like, Max has gone over and tackled one of these servitors who just came, like, broke rank. And Vinny's coming over, and there's like confusion kind of building, and the music is kind of
I'm yelling.
swelling behind you in the casino, and there's a scream that comes out.
I
in the
have my
crowd. What are you
hands up
doing?
there ready for my weapons, and I'm eyeing all the rest of the servitors. Are they doing anything else? Are they moving? Or are they just watching?
No, nobody else has moved.
Jimmy, can I tell the other servitors to move
Like,
back?
are the other servitors?
Hold on, I want to hear from Varlo. Atlas, you can.
Are the
you
other
can-
servitors just like
Oh.
deadpan looking right ahead, or are they watching them wrestle on the ground?
Once the party has stopped, they have stopped. I think they've turned and looked over at Vinny. They've clearly got
Okay.
instruction, or they're looking split between whoever was in front, Max, I guess, and Vinny. They're apparently trained to like go with
Sure.
the leader who tells them to follow, and yeah, they're like looking. They're stopped
Okay.
and looking as
Then I would
something's
just
happening.
hands on
They're not-
weapons, ready for action. I just like take 5 steps this way.
Okay.
I'm like,
Varlo,
Max.
what are you doing?
I drop behind the nearest table. I pull out my bioscanner and start pulling up the notes from the 2 that we examined before, and I immediately start scanning this one to compare notes to see if there's any foreign bodies or like any discrepancies between the previous 2 that we had spent some time studying and this one. Like, do I get any metal readings from its body that weren't in the other ones? Do I get any like extreme variations that might be
so
where it's
you
concealing
drop back.
weapons?
So you drop back. You're up here. There's no tables around this area. You can go and crouch underneath like this railing over here.
I think I'll just crouch behind Atlas.
Okay, so you
Get
just
in the
like
pit.
come over against
Get
the
in
wall.
the pit.
Go ahead, move yourself against the wall.
I'm just yelling she's effective. That's what
Okay,
I'm doing.
you're yelling she's defective. Vinny runs up. There's
So
I don't know, a couple of toughs, like maybe 3 or 4 who had been behind him who are coming running up to.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Atlas. What do you want to do?
I tell the other units to back all the way up into the previous room, and then I look to Vinny and say, for some reason she needs to be near close proximity to you. Don't get any closer.
Yeah, okay. So you send this off, and all the servitors look at you as you
Mhm.
said that,
Mhm.
and they begin to back up. Just slowly, like, shuffle backwards.
Mhm.
Max, let's do another... Give me another exert roll.
Does Vinny hear me when I say like don't get any closer?
It's loud here. I mean, he hears you, but he's focused on the Max tackling the one, and is like approaching there.
I mean, if I know that he's not going to hear me, I would just mind talk to him.
Yeah, I think. Okay, well, roll me. You can give me a skill check to see how convinced he is to suddenly hear a voice in his head to obey it. It's
Telepathy.
kind of like outside the realm of normal for him.
It sounds like he's hearing you, but
Okay.
he's unsure if he wants to listen to you or just keep on checking out what's going on.
No, it's more like there's too much happen. I mean, this guys, I'm breaking it up, but this is all within a couple
Sure.
seconds. Like Max sees one moving and happens to anticipate that and tackles it, and they fall in a heap on each other. And Vinny's like, "What the hell is going on?" And so like we're dealing with seconds here. So in terms of like, I can see if he responds in a way. So why don't you?
Want me to roll telepathy?
Ooh, yeah. What's your telepathy skill do? What's the base skill do?
So
I'll pull it up. I got it.
I'd be using transmit thought. So, two-way communication with a willing target as an instant action.
Mm-hmm. You want to
Yeah.
use something else?
No, I'd be using that to to just be like, okay, like this is bad, stand back.
Cool. Okay, so you send the thoughts.
It needs to be like I send that type of thing. So.
Yeah, so Vinny like stops and looks around and then looks at you, Atlas, wide-eyed, and takes a couple steps backwards. But it's more like he's surprised about what's going on, and then he starts barking orders. He's like, "Hey, you! Secure the area! Secure the fucking area!" And he starts directing. Max, give me another opposed exert roll.
Sorry, I was muted. I got a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you do to her?
I guess I like kind of like get up on a crouch and I like grab her under the arms and I like drag her away and I like get up onto my feet and I'm just like, she's defective.
So you stand up and start to pull her away. Where do you pull her?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like under her arms, like dragging her away, starting to pull her back towards the door.
So you're going back this way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that give me enough time to run an analysis?
You can run your analysis, but you're going to see the result right now. So I think you get, after standing up, wrestling with her, you pull up your stats. All this is going, you go into the zone, Bartlow, and you pull in his stats, and you get...
She's got 40 pounds of Simtex in her gut.
The ones you analyzed, they did not have anything in them. You did notice that in terms of, you notice it now, it seems important, that in terms of body mass, that a lot of their body mass, unlike humans, there's a lot more empty space, if you will. Because you didn't analyze number 44. We rolled for it. I gave you a chance to capture number 44.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking for discrepancies between the two. So if I see something on this one that's very much at odds with the two that I studied, that's where I'm pressing
it
the
looks
panic
normal. They all look normal. You can't get a chemical scan of her right now. It's not going to matter.
What is that
I'm gonna blow
supposed to
my
mean?
arms, guys.
Shh. Because she looks up, and as Vinny's standing there, and as Max starts to pull her away this way, and he gets a little bit away, she looks up at Vinny and says, "You should have paid him, motherfucker." And
Oh
she
my
detonates.
god.
Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit.
Well,
Okay, boys.
What I need to
20
roll?
meters. 20 meters. Vinny's in range. Max, you're in range. Both of the toughs are in range.
20 meters? Nothing I did mattered.
No, this isn't to scale. I have written down what the scale is for this. Like I said, this wasn't to scale. 20 meters goes into the pit.
So
over to
I'm
here.
getting knocked into the pit. Oh, fuck.
so we
It
all
goes
get
this
hit
way.
by this.
Yeah, nothing I did mattered.
Evasion save for half damage within 20 meters. Within 40 meters, evasion save for 0 or half damage.
Does our fighter ability work for this?
Actually, you guys stopped them here. I would say Varlo, with you up against the wall there. What did I write down? Let me look up the scale of this because
Okay.
this matters.
Yeah. How likely am I to
Does
get
our
knocked
fighter
into the
ability
fight
work on this kind of damage? Where we can just negate damage?
I don't think heavy weapon damage.
Yeah, that makes. I figured
It's
like you
heavy
can't
weapon
just like
damage.
shrug off a grenade exploding in your face, but I wasn't sure.
I got a lot of HP. I got Die Hard too. I think I'll be alright.
fuck.
But I don't know
You
if we're
and
getting
me.
paid. I think all of
You
our
and me,
cargo
Max.
guys.
Is this physical
Yeah.
damage?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a
It's a
bomb.
fucking
It's
bomb.
it's a bomb, right?
It's a bomb.
All right, so
Jim,
My
is this physical
ruling.
damage?
Joran's. Yeah, I'll
Oh.
figure it out. Jeez. Joran's, Max, Selfie, and Atlas, and all of the servitors. Vinny a couple of his gang toughs and some people within the casino are all within the 20-meter range for 23 damage.
All right.
Jimmy, I use Impact Slump.
Okay, hold on. Let me set the scene. Max, you're wrestling with this, and you feel a heat radiate out. And the servitor looks up and says, "You should have paid us, motherfucker." And she erupts, and a blast of molten plasma energy shoots out. There's a huge thud and as like green fire erupts out from the servitor. We'll deal with the repercussions of the like non-PC combatants. Max, what happens, man?
I think Max is like thrown back against the wall on the other
Yeah,
side of
you're
the room.
blasted away.
Yeah, he gets hurled back like all the way over here, some shit, and he like falls against the ground, and he coughs.
Yeah, probably not that far. Oh yeah, if you want, well, let's see. Roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
One is north.
2.
2. So you get
I guess I go this
blasted
way.
against the wall over here, and are not unconscious, but you're shredded to bits, and
Yeah.
body parts are all around you.
Yeah. Somehow I got 1 HP left.
I need to make a bunch of evasion saves, but first, let's figure out what happens to Jorans. Characters. Jorans.
I mean, if he dies, we don't have to pay him.
It's true. He gives no money back.
Oh,
Jorans is dead. He is roasted alive. You see him burn to a crisp before you and slump next to you. Carmela
Carmela?
and Varlo. Varlo, did you pass your save?
I passed the evasion save. I failed I rolled a physical before, and it was the wrong button.
It's a. Oh yeah, no. So it's evasion.
Yeah, that one I passed.
What was the DC? Oh, it's
look,
within your
it's
save, which is 13. Your save is 13. You pass.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell me how, as this blast wave energy comes across, that you don't get immediately vaporized. What do? You have to do something in this moment.
Hide behind Atlas.
I think, yeah, like I was already standing behind Atlas. I think there's a moment where like Varlo crouches down on the ground, pulls his lab coat up and around himself like it's a cocoon, and like the flames hit against it, and you see like it burns away, and his like lab coat has probably been modified over the years and a bunch of failed experiments, so that it's kind of flame retardant now. And parts of it burns away, and the material kind of burns up, but underneath there's just like this mesh, and he's fine.
Did I roll 23? Yeah. Carmela is burned to a crisp.
She's dead?
Is she within the? She's within the 20 feet of the. Or...
No, she was within the 40 feet. Did not pass her save of 14. It says 15, but it's 14. So half damage, and I just rolled her HP, which is I got a good roll, but
Oh,
you got a
no.
max roll, so it didn't matter what you rolled.
Died.
yeah.
It didn't matter.
Carmela, no.
It's fine. I can get her back up.
What happens to you, Atlas?
So
You
I
get-
Can
I
you do it
passed
to
my
everyone?
save, right?
Passed. So what does it look like? So you take half damage.
I take half damage.
Yeah, you take half damage.
How
You
much
take
damage is it?
rounded down 11.
11.
Yes.
I'm gonna use Impact Slump.
Okay, impact sum. What does it do?
The adept may commit effort for the day as an instant action to negate a single instance of physical damage. This ability is too taxing to be used more than once per day, but as an instant action, it can be triggered even after damage is rolled.
What kind of
It's really
ability is
good.
it?
It's really
It's
good.
it's a telekinetic ability, telekinesis.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Impact sum. The adept may commit effort for the day as an instant action to negate a single instance of physical damage 2 attacks may use more once per day, but it's triggered even after the damage is rolled. The damage is rolled. So we see behind you, Carmilla turn and dive away and just get sheared and burned her skin. I don't know, actually. We'll have to review death and see if she's dead. Joran's
I'm
is
looking
dead.
that up right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Describe to you how what does it look like when this blast wave happens, and you kind of, maybe there's a little bit of precog involved, like you envision it washing over you and you
Yeah.
take steps. What do you do?
you just see Atlas raise his 2 arms, and there's like a pulse that goes by, and the force that was coming towards him just slowly slows, almost like slow motion towards him, and the pieces of shrapnel just sort of plink off of him.
Yeah, and like a wave of green fire essentially washes over you when you come back out. Your like powdery wingtips are a little singed. You're a little overheated, and you're okay at the moment. Varlo, you're okay. Max, you're blown against the wall, horribly ravaged. Selfie.
Yes.
What happens, man?
I didn't pass my save.
You take
I have
23.
I have 21
what
health.
happens to you?
No.
That's why I said, "Oh, I'm looking up the death rules."
Yeah, I'm pulling up
shit.
heavy weapons.
If we have to choose between saving Carmilla and saving Selfie,
I could do both. I still
We
have.
need a
Can you?
pilot. Look, we need a pilot, guys.
You can get muscle anywhere. Let's be honest.
We're just gonna leave Jorans to die.
Creature. Okay, a creature brought to 0 hit points has been defeated, can no longer fight. If brought to 0 hit points by a lethal weapon, they are dead or dying. Foes brought down by fists, blunt objects, or less than lethal, blah blah. Some enemies may incapacitate for mental or emotional strain. Mortally wounded creature at 0 hit points will die in no more than 6 rounds. They may be unconscious, screaming for their mother, trying to press vital organs back into place, or begging for mercy. They can perform no useful action, and their fate is sealed if no immediate aid is provided. Creatures dropped by heavy weapons, explosives, or other dramatic injury may be instantly killed at the GM's discretion. Additional damage inflicted on a mortally wounded target will always kill them immediately.
So
So Jorans
Okay.
Jorans is dead. Jorans gets blown back, and his head melts off. Tell me what happens to you, Selfie, and I'll tell you how much time you've got.
okay,
to
I
be
just have a
saved.
question. Does additional damage mean like go over a max, or is like whenever you just drop to 0 and then?
No.
Okay.
You just
No,
drop
it's
to 0.
to 0.
Is this
Yeah.
a heavy weapon, Jimmy?
This
It
is totally
was
a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have major organ restoration, so I can still save both of them.
I think we're going
Yeah,
to.
I can narrate what happens though before we get to that stuff.
I want to narrate, and I think we'll try and save Selfie, and I think
Okay.
we'll leave it there. Carmella will have to deal with
Oh,
next
Carmella
time.
doesn't die.
And
What?
there's more about
That's
to
fine.
happen.
That's fine.
So,
I was still like in the
repercussions.
process of like walking towards Maximus while he's
Yeah,
like
you were
wrestling her,
walking
and I'm just in my head
towards,
like, what? Come on, what's going on, Max? And so I got way too close. I got way too close, and like maybe he turns at 1 second, and the blast comes from like the front facing the sex bot, right? So I get the full brunt of it, while
Yeah.
Max does get a lot of it,
yeah.
but a little bit less, and I just get I guess eviscerated. I'm not in pieces, but man, I'm missing an arm.
Weirdly enough, I was like closer to it and took more in the body armor, where like you took more in the limbs.
Yeah, like one of my arms is
Yeah.
blown off, and if the dust is like settles, my ears are ringing. I kind of look up and like I try to like raise my arms up, pick myself up. And I look over, my left arm's gone. Just like, huh.
Yeah. So your arm is blown off. Your leg is mangled. There's bits of metal that explode out. There's a huge amount of structural damage. The whole structure of this building shudders. There's a fire raging. The fire sweeps over you and burns your skin. You're blasted. Roll me a d4, just for flavor.
2.
2. You're also blasted back this way,
I got you.
and you like fall. You're blown back in a heap across like a poker table, and there's chips flying everywhere. Other people have been blown away in this instant. I can tell you guys that all the servitors are vaporized. All of them, they didn't roll very well on hit points. And I can give them an evasion save. I'll just roll blanket. Nah, not quite. So, yeah, they're all... It's a gory scene. Vinny. Let's see what happens to Vinny. Roll 3d8. Oof. And he's got what for a save? That. Oof. Vinny's toast. Vinny is probably the worst. He was maybe as close as Max, but Max somehow took a brunt on the body armor. Vinny is vaporized and is reduced to a bubbling heap. He had 2 guards who were close to him, who... Oh, one survives. One is very dead. The one who survives is collapsed. There were others that were approaching when a commotion was announced. The music stops. All screams break out. Atlas, you get to act first, and you'll be the only action. And from here, we're actually going to roll initiative. But Atlas, you get a moment to assess the scene and make your first move.
I immediately go to the burnt corpse, or soon to be burnt corpse of Carmilla, and I use 2 points for major organ restoration.
Okay, roll it. How much does that help her?
Yeah. So at level 2, I heal 2d6 plus 2 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah. Can now cure, convalescent, and stabilize targets that have been dropped with heavy weapons, decapitated.
Ooh.
Provided it's used within 1 round per level of biopsionic level. So I have 3 rounds to get to everyone.
Okay, you can... I will say you have, for the distance you have to travel, you need to get to Selfie next.
Okay.
You look at Selfie as you're reaching down. You need to get to Selfie. 3 rounds is going to be pushing his timeline.
Yeah, okay. So I immediately stabilize her. She doesn't heal anything yet. She's just stabilized. So maybe you start to see
Yeah,
pollen.
So her body burnt. Some of her burns seal over, and you see her sort of come to, but then immediately fall back, semi-consciousness, and is clutching her like shoulder and is breathing. All the like hair on her head is burned off.
Yeah, basically you see like what seems to be like Atlas's like moth dust just sort of like float down and start to meld where it touches. And once she's stabilized, he immediately tries to run towards Selfie.
Yeah, so this distance from here to here, so from here to there was the edge of 20 meters. So from here to there will be about 40 meters. Seems big. We'll call it 30 meters. Seems big. 30 meters. We're gonna pause there because you're gonna enter into. So remind me again what you can do for Selfie. So you can roll your level 2. It's heavy weapons damage. So it's what time frame?
It's within 3 rounds right now because of my level.
Okay, you've used a round. You have 2 rounds left to get to Selfie.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't heal anything, it just stabilizes the target. And they have to heal for 25 hours before they can even be healed at all. So,
yeah. We're going to stop there, Kevin.
Okay.
Someone make note. It's right at 12:15. Was your hard stop time.
I was just gonna say.
You've been
I
hard
was gonna
stopped.
say if we need to go a little bit more to resolve something, but if it's gonna take longer, I'm fine with stopping here.
It is because there's other effects that are going to come.
Totally.
The cavalry. There's going to be a bunch of triad people that want to know what blew up in their
Totally.
basement. So
Did Vinny die?
Vinny is
Yeah.
Vinny's
fucking toast. Vinny is very toast, as well as one of his henchmen. One of his henchmen dodged out of the way, and
I can either
appears
heal
to be
Vinny
unconscious
or
for life.
or Selfie. I think I'm gonna go for Selfie. Like,
I
sorry.
mean, the bots are already dead. They're not gonna get paid for them anymore, anyways. So
yeah, but it might be, in good faith to help their
we'll just kill them and
Leader.
steal the money. It'll be great.
quote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I like
One wonders, there was a bomb. If you were ever going to be paid in the first
Oh.
Not just that, but we trusted our fucking scion with these people. I
Oh,
told
they
you it was
can't
bad
a
idea.
dare! Oh
Fuck!
no.
I told you not to trust them. Ah!
Don't worry, we're gonna go back.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna send
fuck
them a
this
bomb
shit
of
up.
our own.
Hey guys,
Well, that
good session. Thank you all.
yeah.
There has been a bomb in your cargo hold for a long time, and I've tried to pump the engine as much as possible. I hope no one is feels caught off guard by something untoward happening. Max, you did your best. You got just barely a good enough roll to try and take some action. You just couldn't get her far enough away from everybody else.
I would say caught off guard, yes. Thinking anything's unfair, absolutely not. This was great.
Okay.
This is like later on the story's gonna be like the record scratch, and that's how I lost my left arm.
I'd be super
Okay,
salty
I'll
if
build
I
you a
died,
better one.
but it's kind of impossible.
It's okay.
to kill
Selfie's gonna
Maximus, so-
turn to the Winter Soldier.
Even if I went
Very-
to 0, I had.
I'm
Die
very
Hard, so-
upset that you were on top of the bomb and that I still couldn't bring you down.
Yeah, I know, right? I had 1 HP left.
Oh, it's okay. Varlo's gonna turn me into the Winter Soldier. It's gonna be perfect. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna stop here, and we'll pick up in the thick of things
can stop.
next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the show, please give us a follow, and catch you guys next time. Peace.